All right. Hey, what's up? Hello. Happy Friday. We made it to the end of another week. Um, yeah, today was a pretty normal day. Um, yeah, not much happened. We had staff meeting today, and we had Dr. Iseline talk to us about some Kate Safe First updates, which was good. But yeah, just did some normal work stuff and did some more work stuff after the day ended and everything too. But that's okay. That's just my style. But no, a big highlight for today was that I got to interview Dr. Lane and my boss, Scott, from AMC, and I got to interview them for my Management 820 class assignment, where we are just supposed to interview someone that oversees staff and just ask them about how they manage their staff and just how that works, like what policies they have in place, all that fun stuff. I'm going to start a plank soon in a few seconds. Let me get ready and go. But yeah, both interviews went really well. I was very impressed with how they went. With Dr. Lane, we easily talked for an hour. We even went overtime a little bit. I was going to talk to him about a few more things. Like I wanted to try and see if he could send me a copy of his dissertation and whatnot, but we ran out of time and he had another appointment. So wanted to honor that. No worries. And then Scott, he and I talked for about like 40 minutes or so. So originally we were going to talk for only half an hour. But after talking with Dr. Lane for an hour, I thought, okay, well, Scott and I can definitely talk for at least half an hour. So I wanted to make it an hour just so that, just in case. But that conversation went pretty well as well. It was interesting to see how much like comparison and contrast there was between the two different industries. So, like more on the higher ed side, there's more of the flexible, I wouldn't say loosey goosey, but there's more say that you have in how you manage your staff and how you choose to like evaluate them. And like, yes, there's policies set by Human Capital Services, but you still have some like control over what that looks like, just to like some degree. But at AMC, a company as big as they are, they have set practices that are meant to be applicable all across the board, and that's just so that one manager at one theater isn't doing one thing, and a manager at another theater isn't doing another thing. And I get that too, for sake of consistency. So when you think about how companies have to do that, AMC is the largest film distributor in the country, and so what does that mean? What does that look like for them, since they have so many different theaters? And if at any point, I could be asked to transfer to another theater to help out for a few days or so. And so what does that look like for if I know rules at my theater that I follow, but I don't have to at other theaters, stuff like that. So, yeah. So for this weekend, my goal, and actually I have it open right now, my goal is to edit the paper that my group wrote for our final project. And then by editing, I'm just really just like cleaning it up, turning it into more of a memo format that we can use. And then I plan to send that to my group to have them look over and just see if there's anything that needs to be revised before I turn it in. It's not due till the 12th, so we have some time, which is good. What else? Want to try and work on some more TikTok dances. They're actually getting pretty fun to do. I'm just gonna focus on this plank. So, excuse me. Three, two, one. I'm starting to learn. Maybe it's not good to talk while doing a plank. I don't know. I'm only human, but did my round two, so that's good. No, but for that, yeah, I'm just working on editing that final paper to get that to them for them to edit, and then I'll be done with that class, and then I'll just have Management 531 to focus on and whatnot. And I actually really should see when that test is, because the last thing I want to do is mess up and take it at the wrong time. I should probably figure that out. But yes, so yes. What else do I have to share? And you go shopping. Gonna go out and go grocery shopping soon, and so I'll have to face the world in a little bit. Plan to go tomorrow. I'm hoping that on the off weeks that people aren't getting paid, that there aren't that many people at the grocery store. I'll probably still go like late at night as well, just so that there's probably fewer people and all that fun stuff. But it's um it's not, I don't think it's a requirement for people to wear masks yet. I'm a little nervous about that, only because like all I have are really bandanas, and I have like a running mask, and so I'm gonna see if I can try and use that. But I haven't changed out the filter ever, so it may still be like quote unquote dirty from the last time I used it. But yeah, it could have mold in there too. I don't know, but we'll have to see. But I mean, the thing with wearing masks is that, I mean, I got these bandanas, but with me being a person of color, and I mentioned this in a past video too, that I get nervous if me wearing a mask for me to protect myself is coming across as me like up to no good, or me about to like commit a crime or whatever, and so it's just like, I mean, I think anything to which you have to cover your face, I think that to a certain degree is what makes people nervous. And yes, it's a lot's happening right now with the public and doing that, but still doesn't change the fact how some people feel about the color of my skin and the color of other people's skin. That's not white, and so that's the reality that we live in, unfortunately. And yeah, and I think about that and like the news. A few months ago, actually, this guy named Ahmaud Arbery, he's going out for a run in his neighborhood, and it was two white men that like followed him, and they killed him, and that just makes me super nervous. I used to go running pretty daily. It might have been before I started shooting the vlogs, or it could have been I could have like stopped running right before I started shooting the vlogs, or I don't know. But I mean, I just went running, and just to go running, and I would just be on the sidewalk, and it was fine. I never had any issues. I don't think. I had my headphones in, and I wore sunglasses when it was pretty light out. So if anyone did have anything to say, I didn't hear it. So, but it really just makes me nervous. Like I mean, I would say I'm still growing up. So even though I'm a young adult, like just growing up and being male, and being black, it's just like it's starting to become even harder, if you will. There's so many more things that I have to think about now that I wish I didn't have to. I'm lucky to live in the community that I do, but my goal isn't to stay here in this community. My goal is to go outside of it and go to a new state and whatnot. And like the state I want to go to, I'm in California, they're very, very liberal, but I have no idea what neighborhood I'm going to live in when I do get there. So is it going to be a scenario where like my neighbors aren't open to people of color? Like, I don't know, but it's a reality that it's been on my mind a lot more. And so, that kind of goes into a lot of different things, like where do I feel comfortable living? Where, and with that too, where do the people live that don't like people of color? Like, where do they live? And, all that stuff. And well, grocery stores are good for me to go to where I won't have any trouble from anyone or whatever, And I even think about my time here in Manhattan too. Like, I think definitely with Manhattan, I wouldn't say that there's overt racism, but I'd say it's a lot more covert. And which is really unfortunate. And the times that I have seen that has just been from the older population. And I guess it's a little hard to talk about, only because like growing up and just meeting a lot of great people in the community and whatnot, it's really interesting to see those that are truly supportive of people of all backgrounds versus those that are only saying it because it's like because it makes them look bad if they don't support it, So, which isn't which is bad, It's sorry, I'm thinking a lot just about how when people do or don't do certain things, are they doing it sincerely, or are they doing it just because they know that people are watching? And that makes me think about a lot of other things, like, I may have to get a car camera now installed so that I can record if something ever happens while I'm in my car and whatnot. Because it seems like, with this case of Ahmaud, the only reason, at least from what I've gathered, which I haven't really like looked more into the story, but at least from what I gathered, a video leaked that showed those men finding Ahmaud and I think shooting him. And so I think that's what did it for police to finally arrest them after months of no conviction or anything. And so it's like, what if I'm involved in a scenario, the fact that people just can't take my word for it, which could be on the basis of my skin color or not, that's something. And so then it's like, well, how come me as a black man need to produce proof of what happened or didn't happen? But yeah, that's not the case for other people too. And so that disparity is there, and like the money it costs for me to actually go out and buy that equipment just for me to just be honest to say if I was or wasn't doing something, and so it's really frustrating, really frustrating. And I always think about what I can do on my end, and I want to go into higher education so that I can help shape and impact our tomorrow's world of people that are living in it. But the sad reality too that I'm thinking of is that not all people will be going to college, 2-year institutions, 4-year institutions. And so, how do you reach them, so that's another thing too. Like if they're not going to school at all, then like, what are they doing? And I know that me as one person, I can't do it all. But then like, what happens? Like, what can I do? I don't know. That's just, that's the thing. I just don't know. I'm gonna do one more round of planks, and then I'm gonna probably call it good. So those are my thoughts. That's on my mind and on my heart. So I want to be sure I capture that in a vlog to reflect on later, maybe, or just to go back and watch sometime. So yeah, but goals for the weekend. So goals to finish up this paper, do more homework. I have an assignment due for my 820 class. And I think I have a message board post due as well. I'll have to see about that. But I got my computer right behind my phone there. I'm not connected to Wi-Fi. What the French toast? Why is this? What is this travesty? May do some laundry. TikToks, like I said. I need to return those shoes to Amazon. I need to do that. Can't forget. Need to go grocery shopping. What else? Okay. Made it. Whew. 3 sets of 1-minute planks. Made it. So glad. So glad. But, yeah, so those are my mini goals. So let's hope I can accomplish them. So, but yeah, I think I'm going to sign off. So thank you for watching me. And if you're not me, welcome. Glad to have you. And yeah, I think I'll just leave it there. So take care. See you in the next video. Peace.